While I was brushing my teeth today, I suddenly got moves like Jagger in my head, but the words were different. She's got hair like Rapunzel. My hair has gotten really long. I'm growing it for locks of love. So yeah, I always put it up now, because if I don't put it up now, it takes over my body, my brain. So I woke up today and I was feeling kind of blah, and I was thinking to myself, you're probably just feeling blah because you always feel blah when you wake up, because waking up is not your favorite thing to do. So I took a shower and I was like, hopefully it'll go away once I take a shower. It hasn't gone away. I have some sort of coldness thing. I mean, I was around lots of people on Friday. Not that I'm blaming the nerd fighters, because I don't want to believe that a nerd fighter got me sick. I could blame my sister, because I saw my sister on the weekend. I could blame her. Also, I'm rereading The Fault in Our Stars. As you can see, it's still on my it's still on my bed because I'm rereading it. I just read up to chapter 5. I wish I could be more into sitting around and just reading the day away like a lot of people do, but I always get kind of restless and like I have to stop reading and go do something else. One thing is I like to prolong the inevitable when it comes to a book ending, and I did that the first time I read it. Oh my god, it's so good! One of the best books I've ever read, and I convinced my mom to read it, so she's gonna read it once I'm done rereading it and once she's done reading whatever she's reading. And I just, even though I've already read it, I'm still prolonging it. Like, I don't want to just read it in a day. I've always envied people who could do that, because I lack the focus, and I also lack the ability to have the book end. And that's why I rewatch a lot of movies that I like, because I don't want it to be over. And everybody's talking about SOPA, but from things I've already heard from different people, it's already, like, been shut down by several people. And it's probably going to have to get vetoed unless everybody decides this is stupid. Because it is stupid. Maybe if senators start just listening to reason instead of thinking that they know what it's about without actually reading critically, it would help. Critical reading skills are important, folks. And that's pretty much all I had to talk about. There's one thing I wanted to talk about, but the problem is it will break copyright, so I'll just have to kind of show you and tell you in something that I'm originally going to call show and tell. So when I was 10, we first moved to this area. I've lived in this area for a really long time. I think 14 years. But when we first moved here I was 10, and we moved into this really kind of fancy house with columns, and a lady had put it for rent. And she had an older son. His room was in the basement, so like the entire basement had been his room. I was exploring and I found this guy, and I thought it was kind of creepy because I've always kind of thought that Christmas toys are kind of creepy. Santas give me nightmares, depending on the decade that they're from. I thought he was kind of cute, and then I realized that if you push his paw, he'll sing. You can't hear what he's singing, you'll just have to take it for, like, you'll have to believe me when I say what it sounds like, because I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. That could shut YouTube down, and I don't want to be responsible for that. Right, so he sings this kind of warbly old recording of Bing Crosby singing Jingle Bells, and it's warbly because he's old. I don't know how old he is, but I'm assuming he's pretty old, and it's kind of creepy, and it didn't used to be so creepy. It used to sound a lot more clear. It's a Christmas toy that didn't get that much attention, and that's probably why he was left in the house. His lips used to move when he'd sing, which made it all the more pleasant. Yeah, I've kept him because I didn't want to be that person to get rid of a perfectly nice teddy bear, even if he is kind of creeptastic. Have you ever decided to keep something because of a sentimental reason, even if it seemed kind of silly to you?